Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Murders, killing, robberies, larceny, housebreaking, motor vehicle theft, guns, legal firearms. Trinidad and Tobago is a place where we have it all. Free passage in and out of the country. How do we fix that? Estate Police Association, EPA, director is suggesting that security guards should be allowed to use automatic weapon when they have to do cash in transit operation. He spoke while referring to the murder of security guard Hazley Augustine, 46, of Telecom Security Service Limited. Reiterating, the association called for private security guard and estate police officers to allow to carry more than 25 rounds of ammunition. Richardson said, the Estate Police Association has written to Commissioner of Police, Earl Hayward Christopher, to discuss this. He hoped to discuss with her a mandatory protocol to let private security guards and estate police officers doing cash and transit activities use automatic weapon to protect themselves against better armed criminal. He noted the word better armed criminal. He hinted that it might be necessary for either Hayward Christopher or the association to raise this issue with National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines at some point in time. Well, going to Fitzgerald Hines is a waste of time, we all know that. He reiterated the association concerns about companies not providing security officers with proper bulletproof vests and poorly armed vehicle to do their jobs. So viewers, you are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali, the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago, still up to this day and this time. Remember, we are live on Synergy Network Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. with a rerun the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Also remember, viewers, Real Talk is offering you 4% on a fixed deposit at our company. Remember, Real Talk Credit Union information, we are asking you to be members of our cooperative. Also, I'm a licensed money lender. Also, we have Real Talk Security and Intelligence Unit. We have Real Talk Real Estate. We have Real Talk Executive Rental, viewers. Keep in mind, and just now we're going to have Real Talk Wrecking Service. Real Talk is growing, viewers. So, remember to share our live stream. We're on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We're also on YouTube, TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. So, viewers, we often encourage you to share our live stream. It is important to us. It is important to you also. Where viewers, local, regional, and international, will be able to view Real Talk with Saieed Ali when you are on the go. Also, viewers, I am a spiritual consultant. Those of you who have a spiritual problem, you can also contact me. Our numbers will be on screen shortly, viewers. Contact our office, set up an appointment, come in, talk to one of my highly trained staff. Remember, we are a finance company also. We are a finance company also. We are licensed to lend money. Real Talk is licensed to lend money. Saieed Ali is licensed to lend money. So at the hand, nobody could come and say, well, oh, Saieed, you are licensed and you had this and you had that. No. Think again. I put you on the spot one time. And I'm stinking you up for my rights. That is just me. So as we continue our program tonight, viewers, the Estate Police Association, the officers are complaining that they need high-powered rifle. They need automatic weapon. Are they going to be allowed to carry it? We don't know. Now, Richardson, he noted that while estate police officers have power, privilege, and immunity to similar as police officers under the law, is not always reflected in their duty operation or their daily operation. Previously, Police Pro John Archie is now advising the public to utilize a reliable private security service when taking large sums of money out of the bank. He stated, or she stated, that having security was one of the methods that could be used for safety when banking. Now I can tell you something. We get so bad in Trinidad and Tobago. It's so stinking bad. It's shameful to know that I actually now have to come out and tell the public to take a security company to the bank when you're going to withdraw cash. Let me tell you something, a couple of years back it wasn't like that, you know. It was not like that. Why? Since the former Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith, exit office, let me tell you something, hell break loose in Trinidad and Tobago. The Bandit Association is hell break loose. Hell break loose. And then now they want to murder Kamala now for saying empty the clip. They want to bad talk Kamala. The right thing is the right thing. You catch a bandit in your property, deal with him. You think any minister go and come out and tell you, well, they catch a bandit in their property? You think any minister going to come out and say that? No, a judge and a magistrate become victims of crime. And what did they do? They can't do nothing. They can't protest. They just have to live with it. Imagine that, eh? You have to live with that. So actually, Joanna actually is advising citizens, I can't say business people, you know, citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to walk with a security guard. Now I'm going to tell you something. This discussion continued from our previous program. 10,000 for me to go and take out from the bank is a lot of money, you know. It's a lot of money. So I'm going to take out $10,000 from the bank now, and I had to pay a security firm now about $3,000 now to take out my $10,000. So automatically when I go to the bank now, I can't take out $10,000 again. I had to take out $13,000 now because I had to pay $3,000 for security. Do you think that is right? Is that right? Before I actually open my mouth and say, well, you know what? We're going to try it with Trinidad and Tobago Police Force. We're going to try to beef up security. We're going to try to conduct more raids. We're going to try to keep more roadblocks. We're going to try to dent the criminal activity in Trinidad and Tobago. No, she didn't say that. She did not say that. She told the citizens, hey, when all are going to the bank, all are hire a security bodyguard. That is what she told the citizens. And I must have respect for them. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. I have respect for the office. You see, for the Commissioner of Police, I have respect for the Commissioner's office. I have respect for the Prime Minister's office. But when you're here, you have the individuals coming up and telling we, the citizens, we need to hire a bodyguard. When we're going to and from the bank, you're talking nonsense. You're talking caca. You're talking tutu. You're talking dung. Let me tell you something. You better go home and make milk and feed your grandchildren. If all you like it, change your station. Because the reality affecting all you. It affected me as a businessman, and it affected the small man. $10,000 is a lot of money. $5,000 for a man who working for $6,000 a month to put in the bank and take out, and then you have to pay a bodyguard now to take out $5,000. What you remaining with? What you remaining with? And then all you want to call you now and say, oh, Saieed, you're bashing PNM. No, it's a reality you're living in. You so dense that you can't open your eye and see. Your understanding so low that you can't even understand that look where Trinidad and Tobago is presently. That is where we reach. But you're calling me to blast me. You know how to pay for a bodyguard. You want to blast Saieed? Go ahead. Go ahead and blast Saieed. But you now have to pay for a bodyguard now when you're going in the bank to take out $5,000. Who's the bigger fool now, me or you? While I'm trying to stand up for the right thing, you have to pay a bodyguard. It's stinking sad. Let me tell you something, actually them is a police wrong, them, you know, them is police, you know, them license to kill, you know. Them shoot a bandit, nobody is going to ask them nothing, you know. But the homeowner who kill a bandit, it's torture, it's pressure. You have to lose the firearm. You have to close on. It's all kind of thing. Me, I have a new method. I have a new method. I won't in you, leaving you right there and I turn in my back like this. I never see you. Let the Rottweilers and the pit bull deal with you. Yeah, no police can come and ask me nothing. Dog bite up the man in my property. What he doing in my property? Huh? They feel a solution. Archie balling. Oh, the higher security firm. Archie, you gonna hire security? No, you are gonna do that. You license to kill. You license to kill. But I'll tell you something, I license to kill too. I want you to understand that. You license to kill as a police, I license to kill as a firearm holder. And let me see who going down the road there now. Is the better man tell? Just don't play when you hear I shoot a man in my property. Although don't play, although come to question me and come to seize my gun and come to torture me. You know. No, I ain't going down the road with all you. Because I going to be asking you in the court what you put in place to solve criminal activity or to clamp down on criminal activity in Trinidad and Tobago. What you put in place? Commissioner of Police have put nothing in place. A 60-year-old man who brains ready to close down. You don't live 60 years functioning. Ready to close. What do you mean of national security? When last time I hear about him? Crime rampant in Trinidad and Tobago. When last time I hear about him? Prime Minister up and say, oh, we want to turn Trinidad into a wild, wild west. Knock, knock. News for you. News bulletin. Trinidad and Tobago is already the wild, wild west without your approval. Without your approval. Get this now. Senior police officers in the Central Division believes that the murder of security guard Hazley Augustine could have been avoided if more guards were present for support. Augustine was part of a team of 4 guards who visited an RBC ATM on VS Plaza, Chinchin Road, Cunupia, to deposit the cash. While there, a white car drove up and 4 bandits wearing police tactical gear got out of the car. So let me tell you something. You see this senior officer who made this statement? Let me tell you something. You're wrong for making that. You're wrong for making that. We have 4 individuals come out of our vehicle in police gears. Automatically now, Augustine now going to tell himself that that is 4 police officers. So you start your statement, if more guards was wrong, it could have been avoided, you start your statement bad. The bandit ordered the guard out of their vehicles. Listen to this, you know. The senior said if more guards was there, he might have been saved. The bandit ordered the guards out of their vehicle. One of the bandits tried to take one of the guards' pistol, leading to a struggle. A gunfight ensued between the bandit and the guard as Augustine was shot several times. The bandit escaped with no money and Augustine was taken to Cunupia Health Center where he was pronounced dead. We have 4 bandits dressed like police. 4 bandits in police gear. How are you going to assess them? You can't. You can't. A bandit dressed in full police gear, you will tell yourself that's the police coming. And the white car will be an unmarked vehicles. That's how simple it is. Now, however, a senior officer suggested that security companies assign more guards to conduct these kind of activities, referring to the fact that the bandits wore police tactical gear. The officers urged guards on duty to be vigilant and cautious. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. Come back to me. How much cautious you going to be again? how much cautious you will be again. How much? We're trying our best. The guards trying their best to be on the alert. You see four police walking coming towards you. Huh? You gonna say them as bandits? How you gonna say them as bandits? Them in police uniform. And the reality of it. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But before we go on that break, you know I have a partner to put up on television. Drive up. I have a partner, Vinu, to put up on television. Vinu, where are you going, son? I have to call you Ducky now. What about the car, Vinu? PEA 578, a Toyota Aqua. I tell you, Vinu, me are ready for you yet, you know. I ain't ready for you yet, you know. So let me tell you a little something, Vinud. Come at me. Vinud, and I tell you, I know where the man living. The man living in a gated community. The man living in a gated community. I tell you, I have all the info on the man, you know, Vinud. All the info on the man, I have it. I have it. But I'm going to tell you something. The day I send a bailiff, a police, and a wrecker into the gated community, you know the security guard can't do nothing but allow the bailiff to go in together with the police, and then Vinud, what will happen to you? You got to disappear for the rest of your life. Because if you can't pay me my money, how are you going to give back that man his money? How are you going to give back that man his money? And then what will happen there now, Vinud? What will happen between that man and your family now? What's going to happen? You tell me. You want to run and duck and hide and you don't want to face Saeed? Let me tell you something. You put your own family at risk, not me. You did that. And Narissa Mohammed, PDZ 8917. And that is the Toyota Corolla, a red Toyota Corolla. So here it is now, Trinidad and Tobago. Come back to me. Hey, I enjoy doing what I'm doing, you know. Serious. I enjoy doing what I'm doing. Now, let me tell you a little thing about Marissa. Marissa moved from where she was in balance here. Hey, Trinidad and Tobago, these people just amaze me, you know. She moved out from where she was in Valencia. Imagine that, eh? And she's still ducking and hiding. So don't you think, Marissa, that the place where you're going to stay, I know your address, but I ain't going to light you up yet. I ain't going to light you up yet. I know your address. It's obvious anywhere you go and people see it, they go call Saeed. You know that? You know that? So the more you run and hide, it's not a problem for me. It's the more Trinidad and Tobago going to know who he is. But I'm going to tell you something, you go run and hide and duck to pay the little money. But let me tell you something, your character go in, but all you don't realize that. The next place all you go for loan, and all you realize they do background check, and they realize all you owe in real talk, all you owe inside, what are you going to get? Or you might have to go under operation and have to die on your operation bed because nobody wants to help all you. I'm telling you. And what about Raquel? Raquel Sozano. Raquel, you're on the X-Trail. PCM 9462. What about you, darling? You come, you talk wherever it is, you get your loan. Now my own money, I had to put them up on TV for. My own money. Imagine that, eh? You think you and your colleague could come down and play all the bull inside? Well, let me tell you something. One candle in all your tail. One candle in all your tail. I don't say if you go help your colleagues and them. How now the family feeling now? I tell you. Imagine trying to make my own money, I had to put them up on TV for. Imagine that. Vinud, he kind of gated community. I find out which part. Marissa moved from Valencia. Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna release the info on where she living yet. I'll give it you from now to Friday. Today's Wednesday? Tuesday? Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. Friday night I go light up where you living. You feel it's joke? Raquel, it hard, you know. It hard. Knowing that you're in the army and this is what you're doing. How will you want people to trust all you? How will you want people to trust all you? How will you want people to help all you? If all you have business about my money, me have business about all you. Just as that, me have business about all you. People around you may be shameful. Shameful to know you're in that position and that's what you do. I tell all you, it's not Republic Bank, you know. I side, you know, I have a program on TV, and it costs me nothing to highlight all you know. And if I have no lawyer, magistrate could come and tell side, oh side, you can't do that. Really? Man, I put the magistrate in court too for trying to bully me. All of it is joke. I want to put in court now and I light a candle, what's going to happen? When you get confused, you think that's my business? No, know who you all come after. That's why I tell people, I do have a problem lending, you know. I do have a problem lending. But you see, when you want to do like these three people, well, then the public will know about you. You want to run and hide and duck? You feel free. The biggest ducker is get catch. Who was the biggest ducker we had? Nicholas? Yeah? He run and hide. And the others get fed up by it, and you know what? Go and pick up that vehicle and bring it. Billy, police record, picked up the bread, and that was it. Case closed, talk done. So we are going for a short commercial break, viewers, but when we come back from this break, you're going to hear Young called out to account for gun donated to TTPS. But I thought TTPS is an independent body. How come Young donating gun? After this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Remember, we are offering you 4% on fixed investment, viewers. Remember that. You can be a member of Real Talk Credit Union information by just calling our office. Just flashing up on screen. Be a member for our credit union, viewers. Information. Call our office, set up an appointment, come down, find out about our 4% on fixed deposit. Find out about how to be a member for credit union information, viewers. And let banking be a different thing to you. Remember. So here it is, viewers. Here it is, sir. I just want to close off on the Senior Cup. He warned that legitimate police officers would not approach guards on duty without providing proper identification and reminded guards that they were within their rights to ask to see a police officer identification card. Really, officer? Wait, trying to beg. Let me just read back this again for you. He warned that legitimate police officers would not approach guards on duty without providing proper identification and reminded guards that they were within their rights to ask to see a police officer identification card. But hear this now. The policeman who stopped me on the shoulder. Me again no number. He has shown me no badge. All I see is a Prado with two blue lighting in it. If this is the case for police officers identifying themselves to guards, what about the normal citizen? Well, then they could just bully the citizen then. I'm just asking. Because Batson never said good evening, officer. I had to ask his name, ask him rank only to know a sergeant getting on like a clown. Only to know a sergeant getting on like a clown. And who knows if that is his real name too? Anybody could put on a blue light. I could put on a blue light on my Range Rover and roll with it. I could get a siren and put it on my Range Rover and roll with it on the highway. Wee, down the highway and everybody parting. Like it's some emergency on. That time I cruising 20 miles going down the highway. Sometimes the seniors and them doesn't know what it is be saying, you know. It doesn't know sometimes. But nevertheless, I hope Batson or however, if that is the correct name, I hope he learn a lesson. Good thing I have my TV, you know, my TV program, you know. I'm telling you. I'll never take in. If Batson take 2 drinks. If Batson take 2 drinks, he might have pulled a gun on me. No, Dan, that'll be the last day you walk in TTPS. Take what I'm telling you. All I feel is joke. All I feel like is make joke. Let me tell you something. I don't here to condone nonsense, you know. I here to correct the foolishness that going on in Trinidad and Tobago. Hence the reason why, when I put down my foot and I ask for something from the Attorney General, it is passed it without hesitating. How much? 11 legislation and amendment. You think Batson could I get that? Come now, man, as I'm on the light with prayers, when I tell you X, Y, and Z, bet your last dollar is X, Y, and Z. If will God give me a gift for nothing? You think God give me a spiritual gift just to say I do spirit work? No. I made an example when I tried to kidnap my son. And I will do the same thing again. So moving along from that now. UNC MP Rudal Munilal has called on Police Commissioner Earl Christopher Haywood to explain to the police or the policy, to explain the policy, procedures and practice used to receive firearms from citizens, including from Energy Minister Stuart Young. But I thought the police service is an independent body. I thought that is an independent body that ministers don't get involved. Or ministers have no say. Munilal did so after Young denied claims that he had surrendered an automatic weapon to the police last Sunday. However, Young stated that he'd never been in a position. Oh, my mistake, I will retract that. However, Young stated that he'd never been in possession of an automatic firearm, as the possession and disposal of any legal firearm must be authorized and approved by a commissioner of police, and he could confirm that he donated a legal weapon to TTPS. So what Young trying to say? He said he'd never been in possession of an automatic firearm, as the possession and disposal of any legal firearm must be authorized and approved by the Commissioner of Police, and he could confirm that he donated a legal weapon to the police service. So I want to ask Young on national television. We know every minister have the approval to have a firearm. We know that. So I'm asking Young, did you take your firearm and donate it to TTPS? Hey, look how fishy these things looking now. Did you take your licensed firearm that was approved by a commissioner of police to you, being a minister, did you take it and donate it to TTPS? If so, Young, we need you to come out on a public platform and make a public speech. I, Stuart Young, donated my firearm, my licensed firearm that was approved to me. I, Stuart Young, donated it to TTPS. Let me tell you something. Instead of we have the back and forth between Monilal and Young, all you have to do is clear the air. And that is all our ministers have to do, you know. You see how our Prime Minister, Dr. Rowley, just come out and clear the air one time? How hard is that for Young to do? Now, Young said, at all times, he abided by the laws of Trinidad and Tobago, adding that his action was on his own violation, and he stood by it. He didn't reply on the specifics of the reason for the action. Monilal has several questions, including why the gun was surrendered. If the Prime Minister instructed the minister to dispose of it, if it was altered to make it an illegal automatic weapon, and why it was not lodged at the TTPS station. Meanwhile, NTA leader Gary Griffith called for an urgent, comprehensive investigation into Young's admission that he donated a legal-owned firearm to TTPS. Why would the Minister of Energy donate a legal firearm to TTPS, Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, when the Police Service of Trinidad and Tobago have the authorization to go to the Ministry of Finance to ask for money to release to import firearm for TTPS and its officers? Wait now, boy. Saieed dotish. Saieed stupid. Young, who more stupid between me and you? Who more stupid? You found it fit to donate a legal owned firearm to TTPS. So Young, you trying to tell Saieed now by doing that TTPS couldn't go to the Minister of Finance and ask for about 10,000 TT dollars to talk to the supplier wherever in the world that, hey, we need one automatic pistol. And you got to tell me the treasury have money. Call him, but they have $10,000 in the treasury to give to TTPS to buy one firearm. Come now, man, Stuart Young. Come now, man. Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if we have Cascadoo in a pond with heron. We have Cascadoo in a pond with heron? Yeah, like getting better and better, yes? Now, Griffith stated that person holding firearm users licensed FUL aren't authorized to donate their firearm, but there exists a formal procedure for disposal or disposing of firearm through the use of disposal form. So, I just want to understand what Stuart Young did now. Is that how you donate it or you dispose of it? Let me tell you something. He added that there is nothing in T&T laws which classified anything such as an assault weapon. The NTA head demanded a forensic examination report regarding the firearm status, which should be made accessible to the public. I say so. I say so. Does it have anyone in Trinidad and Tobago to come out and question a minister and get some serious answers? I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question. Now, I'll tell you this, The administration, whatever administration is governing Trinidad and Tobago, they have to answer to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. I want all to understand that. I want to make it very clear. Very clear. From the Prime Minister, come down to each single minister that governs the country. They have to answer to the citizen. Have to. Call a good night.
Good night, Said.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Make it make sense to Mr. Stuart Young donated his licensed firearm to the TTPS.
Yes.
What about the other two alleged firearms that his children was using on the range? Is he donating that as well?
Boy,
Make it make sense.
To be honest, I really don't know where I'm going, you know. I just want to clarify what you said. The two children that was on the range, they are not Stuart Young kids. We just want to clarify that. But watch me now. That story raise and drop. I'm telling you, we ain't hear nothing about that again. Nothing, nothing, nothing. But I want to charge a lady for manslaughter who defends she property. And then Saieed, you're bashing. All the dance here earlier. Know the difference between an A and a B, eh? Know the difference between bashing and learning. That's why it's be like this sometimes. They're quick to call to bash. But you know them, I know about 1 add 1 is 2. Hear them. 1 add 1 is 11. Really? But what the add sign in the center? Where are going? It's sad. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. I just want to highlight, I just want to tell my partner Vinu that I know where the car is, I know where the owner, the new owner living in our gated community. I know which part. And I could say the man name on television, but the thing is the man have nothing to do with me. If Vinu who take my money, not the man. But let me tell you something. I wouldn't like to know the outcome. Come back. I wouldn't like to know the outcome. When you hear I tell the bailiff, hey, go so and pick up so and bring it. Show them a license, show them the document, walk with the police, go with the record, and bring the vehicle. The same thing I did with Nicholas. I know what happened to Vinu and family and this man, you know. I really know, and that is not my concern. Also, Narissa Mohammed, Narissa darling, PDZ 8917. You move out from Valencia, but nevertheless, darling, that is no, you know. Everybody knows Saeed. Everybody know you. Your picture being highlighted on TV. The more you duck, is the more I go highlighted. The more I go highlighted. And Raquel Sozano. Honey, the more you want to play a strong individual in Trinidad and Tobago, and you want a duck side, just imagine all of our money from me and I is the wrong one. I is the wrong one. Eh? All I want to duck and hide and all kind of excuse. No, it's a simple thing. To prevent this, bring all the vehicle and drop it in my compound. Case closed, talk done. And that's how simple it is. As I tell earlier, nobody could stop me from doing what I'm doing here, you know. Nobody. So viewers, we're going for a short commercial break, but when we come back from this break, we're going to hear about Al Rawi on municipal police after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saeed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. Real Talk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Grooney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Remember, those of you who have a spiritual problem, I'm a spiritual consultant. Get in touch with me. Those of you who are looking for cash borrow, get in touch with my office. Those of you who wants to be part of Real Talk Credit Union information, you want to be a member, get in touch with our office. You want to know more about the 4% on fixed deposit, get in touch with our office, viewers. Let me tell you something. Trinidad and Tobago. Nowhere in this island that there's a bank that's going to offer you 4% on savings. Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. A guy went and take out his money from, I believe it was Scotiabank. He said, Saeed, I had the money there for 5 years. And if he get $5,000, he get plenty. He got plenty. He said, what you all find there in 1 year? He said, people should be grabbing that. He grabbed the opportunity because he's smart. He know where his money is made. He know where his money is made. At the end of 12 months, on $100,000, is $4,000 interest you getting. Where you getting that? Nowhere. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night.
Go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk, my friend.
Yeah, Mr. Saeed. Something I wanted to talk about. In Maracas, big Grand Fund Road, right? There is a lot of big houses just that are put up just when I said a state land, agricultural land.
Hold on. Which road?
Maracas Bay, Grand Fund Road. I just coming in, there's always about 1,000 feet inside, before the bridge. But right after the police station, coming in on the right hand.
I heard Maracas.
On agricultural land, and some big 3-story building, and you know, we as the villagers, we can't even build a thing, they go come and break we down and stuff with. You know, and we will have no papers, so we land. But these people now come and they go here to get papers overnight.
So is it that people selling state land in Maracas?
Yeah. Grand Fund Road.
Grantham Road?
Yeah.
So wait. So you're trying to tell me there is state land in Maracas?
Yeah.
And there are people who selling state land?
Yeah, state land in Maracas in Grand Fund Road.
All right.
Right after the police station, coming in on the right-hand side. And they're building some big 3-story building house. You know, and, you know, they just get papers overnight. And we live in Maracas, we for so much years and we can't get documents.
So they put a big 2-story, 3-story building on state land?
Yeah, some big concrete building on agricultural land.
And what is the state? So have you ever made a request for state land?
Huh?
Have you ever made a request for state land?
Yeah, we applied for state land for agriculture, and you know, they are giving us no papers. But these people now come after them buy state land in Maracas and building some big concrete.
Okay, so you was blanked on getting agricultural land to plant?
Yeah, we are getting approval for we thing, but people coming in and you know they will get paper now for them things. You see, if it's a drive in time,
have you been,
they will sit on the right hand side.
Have you been to the Maracas, the City State Land Office for there would have been in Curep?
Yeah.
Correct? You there? Hello?
Yeah.
The office for state land would have been in
So
Curepe concerning Maracas, correct?
In Curepe and in El Socorro, but they do nothing about it because if you see this big concrete house now start to build this year on state land, agricultural land too, and they're selling, you understand, that's a rush for land and Grand Pond Road. And it's not too far from the station, you could stand up on the land and pelt a stone on the station, and like nobody sleep, nobody hearing.
So, what you're trying to say is that the office, the state land office in Curepe, is doing absolutely nothing concerning people building house on agricultural land in the Maracas area?
Yeah. And they're buying after that state land in Grand Pond Road right now.
And the office is not doing anything?
No. No, nobody does nothing about it.
Could somebody from the Curepe office concerning state land get in touch with me and let me find out what's going on? Because I mean, if people building house or you using agricultural land to put up 2- and 3-story building, something definitely wrong there. Thank you, caller. Something definitely wrong there. Because if people who want state land to do agriculture work and they're not getting it, how the hell somebody go get approval to put up a 2-story building, concrete, as the man say, on agricultural land? That is a madness. So which means now the office now that is responsible for that area, which means those officers not doing their job. And it's that simple. It's that simple. Now this is the same thing Minister of Agriculture is be talking about, you know. It's the same thing. He says somebody is dealing somewhere to be selling state land for people to put up houses. When the individuals who want land to work can't get it. This madness. Somebody from the Curepe office. Would you contact me? Let we look into it and see what's going on? Because I will continue highlighting the Curepe office until somebody call me, you know. It stinks. It stinks. So, we're going on to Faris. We have a caller. Good night.
Yeah, have a good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
I'm calling on the same problem with state land. I've waited 11 years now for a property that I bought. My parents were renting from County Limited. And I paid off in 2012. I'm still waiting for the deed. If they don't lose the file, they lost something, they need resurvey something anytime you go there.
Hold on.
3 hours there.
You waiting for agriculture deed about 20 years now?
Yeah.
And a caller just calling and say somewhere up in Maracas, people building houses?
No, this is down Shagwanas.
Shagwanas, this is the Shagwanas area. Well, boy, is real corruption taking place then?
Well, I really don't know, but every time you go there, if they want something else.
I understand what you're saying. Thank you, my friend.
While waiting.
Corruption now in agricultural land? Well, jeez. Moving on to Faris. Faris and Rawi have stated that the two issues mainly raised by people are now jobs and crime and security. He noted that Section 14 of the Local Government Reform Act brings the municipal police to life with the power of regular police. Ooh, listen to this.
We had to wrestle with an opposition that refused to support local government reform. They did not support it. And therefore, we had to back away from some of the deeper reforms because we just couldn't pass the reform. So that was after consultation, Joint Select Committee, hitting the UNC wall because they will not support reform, coming to the Parliament and passing what we could, and then turning on the law. And it is quite simply, if you want better chance at security, if you want a significant number of jobs, because most people, those are the two main issues at local government, then local government reform does it by shortening the time frame and allowing you, through an app, to track your report.
Now, viewers, to support the municipal police, Al-Rawi stated that his ministry will unveil a series of digital tools in the coming months to lodge and track reports of and their status. So, let's see what's going to take place in the coming weeks. I'll keep you updated. Moving along. Caller, good night.
Have a good night, Mr. Sorry.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Sorry to disturb you, but I'm
No, that's
still
okay.
calling about the state land in Maracas Bay. About the beach, Maracas Bay, about the beach.
Go ahead.
Yes, calling about the state land in Maracas Bay on the beach. Right. These people come from there just so, and is the person planted the land. The people take the land from the land, you know, and gangster the man for the land, you know, and build all this big structure on the land, you know.
So somebody gangster somebody piece of state land?
Yes, gangster the man for the land and building big structure on the land and staying on the land 20 years with these villagers, these people from nowhere.
So the villagers in Maracas, I just want to understand this. The villagers in Maracas, right? They have all rights, first preference for agricultural land, correct?
Yeah.
Good. So somebody from outside Maracas now come in and bully the villagers and overthrow them and take their agricultural land?
Yes, and said they say they live in they buy the land 20 years ago. And they have documents. You understand? And we only live by 51 years as a resident of Maracas Bay, and I never see a document yet.
But what the hell is this, boy? So what the Ministry of Agriculture doing concerning state land now? Because I know Maracas, St. Joseph up there, the office for that area is in Kirab. So which means there have to be some kind of racketeer going on in the Kirab office.
But this Maracas you're talking about is Maracas Bay about the beach. It's about the beach you're talking about, Maracas Bay.
But that had to be madness, boy. If these people call us. So hear this now. How much people got bullied for their land from outsiders?
Well, I don't know. They say they bought the land. Who they bought it from, I don't know.
So you live in there 51 years now?
I just see the ministry van coming, but you know, if there's a partner what, they just come, they're going to go on. You understand? And people, residents of the who pay in a small shelter, they have got people coming on hard on them.
So the people who plant in the years now, they are afraid to go in their land now then?
Well, exactly. Because you're in the land and people come and take the land from outside. So I know what's going on about that.
What the hell is this, boy? So which means, I know the Kirab they have an office that is responsible for the Maracas area.
Yes, it's correct.
But that has to be madness. Outside people can't come and bully people in Maracas who planting land. And then say, no, they had deed 20 years now. So why they didn't come up 20 years back and produce their deed? Nah, that's some kind of madness. Who is responsible in the Ministry of Agriculture for this?
All right, thank you, Mr. Saieed.
Not a problem. Hey, to the Ministry of Education, Agriculture, who's responsible for agriculture? Who in the Ministry of Agriculture now? Kazim? Kazim responsible for agriculture now? Hey Kazim, how we could have callers calling in now and saying that they are getting bullied from their land? How come? I'll try to get in touch with Kazim tomorrow concerning this. So viewers, we're going down. We have about 5 or 7 minutes on our program. Here it is. Trinidad and Tobago is able to access levels of free public health care that is available in many developed countries and which pass in this country for entitlement, according to Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley. However, the PM said there were those who badmouthed the public healthcare system. Rowley.
We here in Trinidad and Tobago, we have a passion for talking ourselves down and giving the impression that we are the worst of the lot. Unfortunately, I don't subscribe to that. I understand that we have difficulties, so I'm the first to acknowledge that our financial situation is not the best. I'm the first to acknowledge that. Okay, every person doesn't earn as much as you need or as much as you would like to, but by the same token, we maintain significant employment levels on ratios that are better than many. We also have support where in many instances there are people in other countries where there's no support available. You just catch a catch can. In Trinidad and Tobago there's tremendous support that passes as entitlement.
You know, if there's one thing I keep saying, why it is those that govern Trinidad and Tobago love to use outside country. when they're making reference. Why not use our own country? I live in Trinidad. I will talk about Trinidad. I cannot talk about Venezuela. I cannot talk about England. I cannot talk about the US. I cannot talk about China. But I will make reference to Trinidad and Tobago. Why? Because we live here. And if the healthcare sucks, it sucks. The man who said I own all the hospital, Terence Yale, sing. Oliver went in South Hospital and see what goes on there. Oliver went up to Mount Hope Hospitals. I went up Mount Hope Hospital already and here some of the guards complain. Let me tell you something now. Boy, watch me. I couldn't believe what I heard. I couldn't believe what I heard from doctors and nurses in hospitals. Imagine you have an appointment, be 23, you have an appointment for a heart for 26, 27. Imagine that. 2023, and you got an appointment to see an eye doctor in 2027. Really? Be time that I'm blind like a bat. We have an appointment to the heart surgery, the 2023. Well, you go check me back in 2027. On so and so date, we go try to fit you. Be time that I dead. Rowley, he said, there are high-level cutting-edge equipment that you pay through your nose and which are free and available in public hospitals in Trinidad and Tobago. Listen to this.
We could talk about free secondary education. In some countries, they don't talk about free primary education. We can talk about free services in the health center. You heard the minister talking about MRI and CAT as if, it's, you go down and buy a hospital and nobody's business. These are serious, high-level, cutting-edge services in hospitals that you pay through your nose for. Absolutely free, available in the hospitals, the public hospitals in Trinidad and Tobago. Provide services which could cost an individual $1 million or millions of dollars if you'd have those services in what is called certain developed countries.
Trinidad and Tobago, let's listen to this next video.
All I would ask the national community is to inform yourself about the extent to which we do have support in our country and acknowledge that and not take it for granted. You get support with your water bills. You get support with your electricity bills. You get support with your fuel costs. And most citizens completely ignore these things and complain as if there was no support.
So viewers, our Prime Minister said most people ignore these things and complain, but was asking that it not be taken for granted. That's what you just heard. Let me tell you something. Viewers, I wish we had more time, but we are out of time for night. Our run of this program is tomorrow from 11 to 12:30, and we'll be right back here on another night for Real Talk with Saieed Ali live on Synergy Network. Until we meet again, good night.